One of the things that makes the Dock Shop Nautical Boutique special is the lengths that the staff goes to find rare and unique items that represent the best of New England. Behind those products are small local New England companies who have a unique story to tell. This is one of them.
Hi, I'm Dick Fincher, Phase 2 Lures, Westport, Connecticut. We're sitting in my workshop in the garage. I make hand-carved cedar lures for inshore fishing, and have been delighted to have those be sold through the Dock Shop in Darien, Connecticut. Why I make lures is partly because I love to fish. I love the idea of creating something by hand, locally, with local materials, and seeing someone else catch fish on it. We make a variety of lures for topwater action, for various kinds of swimming, and they're also used for either from boat or from shore, and also in trolling. I happened to read an article about offshore cedar lures, and I thought, gee, that might work inshore if we could adapt them. And coincidentally, this is really a true story. A friend of mine had a cedar tree come down in his backyard and wanted me to help him clean it up. And I said I'd be glad to take the wood, and I cut it up very crudely, made 2 or 3 lures. One of my sons was fishing up off Cape Cod, and he called and said, "Pop, we're catching a lot of fish on these lures, you better get up here." And believe it or not, that's really how the business got started. So I'm going to take off about an 1/8 inch, angling it down slightly toward the tail on each of the 4 sides, and we'll hope that the wood does not surprise me. I think this piece is pretty straightforward as far as the grain is concerned. So I've taken that square and sort of given it an octagonal shape. Now we'll bring that down. I want it to be pretty much a circle when I finish at the tail. So we'll take little strips off all the way along. Having spent a lot of time on the water and trying to observe how bait acts and trying to think like a fish. Fish is an eating machine. They have different times they eat, different things they eat, but they have some certain basic characteristics of the things that they like to go after. And I know that sometimes fish are feeding on the surface. You want to work on that. Sometimes they're below the surface, and you want to work on that. Various shapes and sizes seem to be important, and you get the action of the particular lure by where the weight is in the lure and how you retrieve it. But every lure design that I make and every color that I sell has caught fish before it goes to the market. Most of my lures we work with for probably a year and a half, with various people testing them before they go. I want them to know that this lure is going to perform for them, that it's going to give them the action they want. And they're also going to have the satisfaction of working with something that's unique, hand-carved, not mass-produced in a plastic mold. You'll notice on this I've already done one of the eyes. How I did that eye is very simple. I take this Q-tip and I dip it into my paint, and I just put a drop on that, like that, and that's what gives you a nice round eye. I very much am opposed to plastic eyes imported from China. I want local eyes that look like they were handmade, because they just do the job the same way. I like seeing someone else catch a fish with my lure. That's probably the biggest satisfaction.
To see more of these products and designs, visit the Dock Shop, 49 Tokenique Road, Darien.